So this video is actually going to be a tutorial on this eye look that I have on right here. So this is the look right here. I actually already did one eye off camera just so you can, just to save time, and you can just see how I do it on my other eye. I'm actually going to be using the Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I did already prime my eyelids just to save time, and I just primed it and then I set it with translucent powder. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the shade Passion, which is this one right over here. And I'm going to take this Ulta Beauty brush. It's like a more dense crease brush. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to dip into Passion, and I'm just going to put that straight in my crease, if you can see. And I'm not trying to like diffuse it out or anything. I'm just gonna try to like keep it right where, like right in the crease. So make sure when you're doing this, you're not really like trying to blend it out everywhere. You're just kind of keeping it in that one spot and just trying to pack on the color as much as you can. So once I have that there, I'm actually going to be taking an Anastasia brush, and this is just the brush that comes in like the palettes. Yeah, so I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to take the shade Eccentric, which is this orangey color right here. I'm going to dip into that with like a fluffy brush, fluffy crease brush, and a fluffy crease brush. I'm going to use this color to diffuse that Passion color. I'm kind of going with a light hand and just going back and forth with it. And then the colors are pigmented, so really it's just blending. It's a lot of blending. And then I'm going to be going back in with my dense crease brush, and I'm going to be going back into Passion. And I'm going to be just deepening it up. And then I'm just going back and forth between the colors. Like I said, it's just blending. And then I'm kind of bringing the Passion color down onto my lid, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting concealer in the middle. So once I finish blending that, now I'm just going to be taking a concealer brush. This is the e.l.f. concealer brush, and I'm just going to be taking this, and I'm going to be putting concealer on the middle of my eye. I'm going to be taking the shade Summer in the palette, which is this gold, really pretty gold shadow in the palette. And so with the shimmers in the palette, I actually prefer them applied wet than dry. So what I do is I just take a brush, just like a packing brush or a concealer brush, just any brush that's dense, and I'm just going to spray it. And then I'm just going to put that where I put concealer. Once I go in with a brush, I actually go in with my finger, so I'm going to go into that with my finger. And I'm just going to put it right on top of that. So once I put the glitter on, I'm going to go back in between Eccentric and Passion, and I'm just going to be cleaning it up, going back in with Passion. Okay, and then once I do that, I'll do my lashes first and then go back to eyeshadow. And then for the lashes I'm going to be using today are the Eyelure Luxe Silk Eyelashes in Asher. I'm going to apply the eyelash, and I'll actually be right back. Now that lashes are on, I actually, to blend my lashes with the eyelash, I use the Smashbox Superfan mascara. It's okay. I have really I have long eyelashes, but they don't stay up. They're not really curly. And it will do the job, but it doesn't like keep them curly throughout the day. So now that my lashes are on, I'm actually taking the Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade 200. And before I crease, I'm actually going to be taking the Too Faced Peach Perfect Translucent Powder. So I'm actually going to be taking a smudger brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Celestial, and it's a sparkly purple. And like I said before, I do prefer it applied wet, so I am going to wet this brush as well. And then I'm just going to run the color right down on my lower lash line. To kind of clean up my brow bone, I'm going to be taking base, which is this white right here. It is kind of sparkly though. It has like some shimmers to it. I'm going to be taking a tiny little brush for my inner corner and for my brow bone highlight. I'm going to be taking the color Dreamer, just this color right here. And I'm going to wet my brush for this as well, because I just like how it is wet. A million times I've said that, but it's true. Then I'm going to take the same brush and just go over only this part of my eyebrows. I'm not going to go more in, I'm not going to go more out. Just like the arch of the eyebrow. And it just looks like that. Now for bottom lash mascara, I'm gonna be going in with the Smashbox one. Now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna finish the rest of my face. Actually going to be setting the rest of my face with my Too Faced Peach Perfect Translucent Powder. I'm actually going to bronze my face now. And for bronzer, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Sunny Bunny Bronzer. So now that I finished bronzing my face, I'm actually going to carve out the bronzer real quick. Now that I'm going to let that sit there for a while, I'm actually going to do blush and highlight real quick. And then for blush, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush in the color The Princess Daiquiris. I'm butchering that so bad, but I love these blushes. It's very light, so I do have to pack this a bit because for my skin tone, it's really light. I'm going to use the stippling brush to apply my blush. This blush actually has like some shimmer to it, so I don't have a problem with it. I'm going to be going in with a powder brush, and I'm just going to be dusting this off. And then I'm kind of toning down everything else and like just setting the rest of my face. And for highlight, I'm actually going to be taking the Sleek Makeup Highlighting Palette. The Solstice palette. I'm sorry for how dirty it is. I'm so sorry. I'm actually going to be taking the cream shade in this palette, which is this creamy purple color, using this brush, and it's the Morphe M461. So I'm just going to put my brush in there. And then I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks. I'm gonna actually go in with the purple right up there, like the light lavender color, and I'm gonna put that right on top of the cream highlight. And I'm going to be using the Morphe Extra Freestyle Setting Spray. Like I said, I do love this. It smells great, so that's a plus. And now for lips. Every time I'm about to put lipstick, lip gloss, anything, I am going to use my lip scrub. So now for lips, I'm actually going to be doing Colourpop's Just a Tint in the shade Gimme S'mores. So I'm going to be putting that all over my lips. So once I put that color on my lips, I'm actually going to be taking a lip gloss on top. And I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors lip gloss. It was like a mini collection. And as you can see, like the mini on it. In the shade Muah. I'm going to be putting it over my lips. So this is going to be the final look. Turned out exactly how I wanted it to turn out. And thank you so much for watching.